Hey, hey, hey. So, guys, I'm back on to explain better the high frequency trading strategy that I put out. I didn't realize how terrible I sounded, and none of it made sense. So, basically, let's redo this all over again. So, this trading strategy is used at night when the NASDAQ or NQ market usually moves slowly and stays inside a tight price target range. So this would be your tight price target range, this little range right here, okay? Instead of trying to predict big moves, the goal is to make money from small price changes that happen over and over during consolidation. And if you don't know what consolidation is, after a big move like this over here to the left, you consolidate. And that means you're just ranging in between, 30 to 50 points. Right here is 566 to 524. So you're looking at 24, 34, 54. Or whoops, sorry, that's totally off. 24, 34, 44, 54, 64. Okay, guys. So what is that? Like 40 points. So that is a perfect time to do this sort of strategy. So how the strategy works. At night, price often moves sideways, not up and down. So that is exactly what you need for this trading strategy. So what we'd want to do, if we're going to do it right now, we want to enter in at like 5 contracts right here at the top of this little range. Okay, and then we want to do boom, 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 something like that, 150 bucks. Okay, and so that's basically what you're doing. Just quick little, I did a sell here. So when you do a red line first, remember you make money when it goes down. And then if you do a green line first, then you make money when price hits it and goes up. Okay, and so you'll need a red line to close out of your position. Kind of like what I just did here. Okay. So the entry and exit logic, I buy near the bottom or top of the range. This is the top of the range. I sell near the top of the range. I exit quickly when price moves a few points in my favor. I do not chase price in this middle range. And that's pretty much it. So, like around these lines, okay, each of these lines is when you'd want to be buying. So if the price is up here like it was and it comes down to this line, then right around here, this area is where you want to get your buy and then sell real quick, 5, 10 points, good to go. Alrighty then. Sometimes price moves quickly to the top or bottom of the range. When this happens, okay, so say we're here and well, actually, you want to be doing sales up here. So if we're here and price went down here, you'd kind of want that to happen, but you're going to be stopping out pretty quickly. But say you were doing a buy here at the bottom and you're betting it's going to go up, and price keeps falling down. Okay, so what you'd want to do is you'd probably want to buy like around this area and have more green lines around this area, and then you'd want to sell it break even. Okay, and we wouldn't want to do 5 contracts at a time. You'd probably want to be at like one. Okay, and you probably do like, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can space them out like that. Okay, instead of just doing 5 in one spot there. And so if you were doing a buy here and price goes against you, you'd buy more. So say you do 5 here. Okay, 5 there. And price came down here, then your break even would be in the middle. So we're in this situation, you'd want to try to break even, and just get out because you wouldn't want the price to continue, dropping if it has a sudden move like that. And sometimes, it can do that when it's been ranging for an hour or hour and a half at night, then, you'll get a sudden move. Typically what happens is it's going to bounce in here and each time go a little further and a little lower until it finally breaks. And if it breaks down, then most likely we'll get into here. And if we can't hold here, which I don't think we would, we'd probably drop into this area down here, okay, where this support is way down here. Okay, and vice versa. If we break above here, then we can easily start to come up into this area. Okay, guys. The risk control rules. This strategy is only used when the market is low volatility and price is clearly in a range, and or after a huge market move, and you will get a range. So if you have a big, huge market move like this, and then it comes down and bounces right here, and then you come out and top right here, and then you come down here by this point, okay, by this point in here, okay, you'll start to realize like, okay, we're going to chop. And that's exactly what it did. It kind of started to chop right here. So the minute this bounced and kind of started doing this, we knew that we're going to be in a range. And typically that happens after these big, extensive moves like that. Then you'll come and then you'll come down and see where am I going to find support. I tried to find support here for a second on this blue line that we have. Couldn't quite do it. And it just ended up dropping through to this next support level, which is our upper middle VWAP. If y'all guys are unsure what these NOM VWAP lines are, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, blue, purple, light blue, purple, and blue. And basically, this is kind of like my whole strategy when I'm sniping. So sniping is, selling contracts within, 10, 15 points, 20 points, 30 points, depending on how big the range is. Sometimes even 50 points if you have a large range. And basically what I do is I enter around these lines, okay, and I'll start to figure out what trade I'm going to do. So when you're in the top of these lines, it's good to start looking for sells, okay? Now, would I want to do a sell right here? No, because look, if we break here, we can shoot all the way up here pretty quickly. Because you see this drop to the left? Yeah, there's no levels for resistance here. This is just a straight, we call this a waterfall, just waterfall straight down. So the same way that it waterfalls down is the same way it's going to waterfall up. Okay, so keep that in mind. The stopping point is going to be right around here, and it typically usually is right there. Okay, well, that's the wrong line, buddy. What were you thinking? So I like the horizontal lines, and if you watch some of my previous videos, I use this as a point of reference because I know that this area right underneath here is where I want to get sells, because 90% of the time when we get here, this is dropping back down. Just because it drops down doesn't mean it's not going to power through it. But if it does power through this line, then you'll easily go up, 50, 100, 200 points pretty easily to the next zone. So we'll typically, if we break above here, we'll fly up here to this area pretty quickly. How many points is that? 611 to, so like 40 some points. And then from there, how would we find out where's the next point of reference or break area? So you look left, all the way left, and the last time we were around here chopping around in this range was January 16th. So most likely, that's why I have these lines right here. Most likely, okay, we will, boom. Look at that line. Was perfect where it rejected right there. today. So, and these lines kind of hold true because when we zoomed up here today, when we blasted up all the way up here, look where we rejected and came down. Well, if you look left, if I would have had my line, if I was trading, I wasn't trading this late in the afternoon, but if I was trading, I would have had this line pulled over, my purple line pulled over right here. Because why? Because right here, look guys, I have my purple, okay, my purple line, and I know this is a point of reference where we can start to hit a support. And typically if price gets above here, you'll go into this zone. You'll go a little bit 50%, maybe a little bit more past 50 before you'll get a little rejection and, you know, come and test this area where I have this red line. And now we can change this red line to baby blue, because then I'll know, hey, this used to be a VWAP area. And typically, if it has a lot of juice or a lot of power and a lot of buyers are pushing price up, typically, you'll get into this area before you'll start to, have some pullback. And depending on what line you hold support on, okay, will tell you where price is going next. So if you hold support above this line, you'll continue up and you'll fill this gap or waterfall, okay? You'll feel that, and I'm sure in here this is what you call FVG area, but I don't want to get too technical into all that hoopla doobla. But just know that, in between this zone right here, I always like to go to the back of it, but right around here is a good area to start looking for, again, sells. Red line, when price hits it, it goes down, you make money. If it goes up, you lose. If you do a green line and price hits it, you make money going up and you don't make money going down. So you make money either up or down, guys. Up or down. Up or down, up or down. So with that being said, I hope this video was a little more clear on the high frequency trading strategy that I do. And if there are any more questions, let me know. If you made it to the end of this video, so subscribe and like. And if you have any questions, DM me or put in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. I will be putting out some more videos with different strategies and things that I look for, like the 4-hour New York session strategy, the TGIF strategy on Friday, where you measure the pre-market and first 15-minute candle. And then also I'm going to clarify the strategy on mapping the 4-hour candle range. It starts at 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock Central Time. So, I'm going to make another video about mapping those and what happens if you stay below or above the 6 o'clock candle or in the 10 o'clock and vice versa. Okay, I use all that along with trend line and liquidity areas to trade. So if you're interested, and leave a comment and let me know which video you want first, but I'm going to start piling them out, making them. Okay, so high frequency trade, just to recap, 5 to 7 points. You're getting into contracts at areas where there's support and resistance, and you're just doing micro trades. Okay, guys. If this video helped, I hope it did. Let me know. And if there's anything I need to improve on, I'd have a lot I need to improve on. Let me know as well. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Adios, amigo.